diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops that find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. To the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phrase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Ric Flairing on them. Ric Flairing on them. Ric Flairing on them. Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy hump day! Listen, man, I tell y'all, my days be just flowing together. I really don't be knowing. I have to look up at my calendar every day. I really don't be knowing what day it is. That just is what it is. Listen, let me just say this before I get started. I get tired of people saying, "Oh man, Scotty, I didn't know you were on. Oh man, Scotty, I didn't know." Get your notification gang up. Okay, get your notification bell, hit the bell, because I got people I be subscribed to, but I put the little silencer on it, right? Make sure you just click it again, take the silencer off of it, and you hear the bing, 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 bing. Sometimes YouTube do be acting up, though. I know YouTube do be acting up, but do what you can, all right? Make sure you get one. Or you can get a part of my text crew right here, and usually I try not to overwhelm you with like when I'm going live, because I post it in like a message so it shoots out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if you would like to be a part of that, just go ahead, text that number right there, be a part of that community. And if you ever got something to say to me, I definitely respond. So if anybody's ever texted me on that number, they'll definitely let you know. I be texting people all the time because I ain't got, what I'm saying? I got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got some smoke, I got smoke for you. All right, let's get it. Hey, you already know what it is tonight. Monday night, you already know. The breakdowns in full force. Me and my boy Mike Reed talking about some football, talking about some Powell State. You already know what it is. And this ass whooping they about to get this weekend, dog. I can't wait. Man, I should have a watch party for Texas State whooping that ass, because they love to say, all our games on ESPN Plus. You're damn right I'm watching that one. You're damn right. So I'm gonna be locked and loaded on that one. So, but before I get into today's show, I want to talk about something. And I just need y'all to check this out, because people would say, Scotty, you take everything, but I'm just like, Maynard just shows you what it is. Like this is the issue. I wish he would just be consistent. That's the thing. I hate front runners, right? I hate people. A strong word. I strongly dislike people who only talk trash in the beginning, like in the front of the, what I'm saying? Like, when you're up in the game. What talk trash? If that's what you do, talk trash all the time. This is just my problem with Coach Maynard.
This man just started barking. Check this shit out.
Juiced up for the conference opener. Man, I'm very excited, man. We Bulldogs and we're ready to bite. You see, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to go. It's game week. It's conference week, and
In the words of DMX,
bro. Now that was a stark, completely opposite of when he was going to go play Vanderbilt. Anytime he plays an FCS opponent that is not in the SWAC, the energy is not the same. Like, it's conference week. I get paid to win SWAC games. Like, what? What is we doing? What is we doing? And, A&M fans will be like, Scotty, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Damned on both of them. Damned on both of them. Because we know what it is with him. We know what it is with him. It's just that he gets paid to win SWAC games. Let's see how many SWAC games he wins this year. Now, do I hope that he beats Southern? Absolutely, because from what I've been told, that is Judgment Day for Dooley. He loses to Alabama A&M. He will be the most stubbornest person in the unemployment line. Okay? If he's supposed to be the smartest person in the room, he's going to be the smartest person in the room at the unemployment line with a $900,000 check in his hand. And I mean, you can't be too upset about that. $900 check, just to go away. $900 check, $900,000 to go away. You can send me away for a $900,000. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. My point is this: I'm sick of it. Listen. I'm just over Maynard, right? Like, I wish he could have taken on that. Like, I love Trey Oliver. Trey Oliver has taken on that Stone Cold, The Rock type of heel personality that you love to hate him, but you love him because he talk trash and he real cool. Maynard's like the uncle, like, man, just put the drink down. Like, stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, nephew, I see what you're doing, nephew. You're like, hey, chill, man. Just don't mind my uncle. He been drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the vibes that Maynard gives me. right? So I just wish that at some point in time, he would just come back down to earth with everybody and just be a coach. You know what I'm saying? Be a coach that cares about all the games. Like, do you think Trey Oliver's going into the UCLA game talking about well, I mean, it's not realistic that we're going to be competitive. We're just there to get a check and, we're not looking to like all that dumb stuff. All that dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not football. It's just not. And it just kills me. So if you just join in, this is what we're talking about.
Oh, what the hell? This man just started barking. Check this shit out.
Juiced up for the conference opener. Man, I'm very excited, man. We Bulldogs and we're ready to buy. You see?
I mean, look at this.
We Bulldogs and we're ready to buy.
Put the bottle down, Unc. Put the bottle down, Unc. Come on, Unc. Stop drinking. Day drinking. Stop it, Unc. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't bark at Vanderbilt. He ain't bark going against UAB. He ain't bark going against Troy. He ain't do no barking. But now he barking because he in conference play. All right. All right. That's y'all head coach, A&M. That's y'all head coach. All right, let's get it. So let's do a quick recap, because today, if you don't know, the show is about the CIAA says yes to HBCU Go. And let me tell you what. So the reason this show came about is I wasn't really going to do anything, if I'm being honest, right? But I got an email from the Allen Media Group and their public relations team, right? I got an email from them. And they asked me to do a press release. And I'm like, you must not know who you talk. You must not watch the show, because I'm not Fox News, right? I'm not Fox News. I'm not HBCU Sports. I'm not HBCU Legends. I'm especially not Fox News, right? You're not just going to come with me with a press release and act like I'm just going to regurgitate what you say on my platform, knowing I've been the most critical over press releases with no numbers, right? Just, we got Coca-Cola deal. Oh, we got a Sour Patch deal, right? So the white lady couldn't have known what she was getting herself into. But you're going to get the press release that you asked for, right? Because I don't know why they reached out to me. I mean, like, I don't know why. But you know me, I got receipts. I got emails. I don't know why y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me. So before I get into that, right? Because we already know how Byron Allen coming. We all know how Byron Allen coming.
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?
We know how he coming because, no homo, right? Because we saw it 2 other times before. And he's been successful at it. You remember? Freeze. Hands up, nobody move. Give me all your rights. Give me all your rights. Yeah. Television, pay-per-view, video on demand. I need all that. Come up off that.
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?
Right? So all he did was pretty much essentially slide that same energy over to the CIAA. Because, you know what? We're going to just jump right into it. Because this is what I got from, this was a part of the press release, right? This was part of the press release. It says, Byron Allen's media group announces a 10-year partnership for HBCU Go, the CIAA. Now, I don't understand what is the infatuation with a 10-year deal. I listen, I love black women, right? I'm married to a black woman. My mom's a black woman. But this don't make no sense. This doesn't make any sense. I do not understand how you guys are putting people in place that do not understand technology and how quickly things change. Let's be honest. I just need people Just 5 to 7 years ago, you could never imagine, right? Think about this. Just 5 years ago, you could never imagine you ordering groceries and somebody in their own car will pick up your groceries, put them in their car, and drive them to you. Let alone 8 years ago, you could think about you ordering a car service, getting into the back of somebody's Nissan Sentra, and they drive you to your destination. That has changed the world in about 5 to 8 years. Think about what Airbnb was when it originally started. Airbnb, when it originally started, was you to be able to go overseas or go to a country and sleep in somebody's house, right? Sleep on somebody's sofa, sleep on somebody's air mattress, just for the cheapness of getting out of a hotel, right? You can like, let's say you have a house in Spain, you got an extra bedroom, you could just sleep up there in the extra bedroom and you be good to go. That is what Airbnb was. Now look what Airbnb is now today. People are building multi-million-dollar businesses off of leasing apartments and Airbnb in them. So when I tell you that technology has changed immensely over the last 5 years, the fact of the matter is that if you sign a 10-year deal, my question to you is what will technology look like in 5 years? What will technology look like in 5 years? You can see the landscape of TV changing. So imagine what it will look like in 5 years, let alone 3 years. So I just don't understand the logic. And all these Bamas are supposed to be doctors and bachelors and masters and all that. They're supposed to be smart individuals that get these jobs, but they're dumb in the lane of media and technology. It just doesn't make any sense to me, right? So let's move forward. So I feel like just a little bit that Byron Allen tried to.
Nigga, you gonna get down or you gonna fucking lay down?
He tried to get down and lay down me. Byron try to state property me. I feel like Vin Diesel or Fast and the Furious. You never had me. You never had your car double clutching, double granny shifting when he had me. You never had me, right? So I get this email from this white lady, Jenny McIntosh, and she says, hoping you can run a story for us about this announcement. Please let me know if you need any additional information or assets. Best Jenny, right? And you see it. It's a lot to the press release, but I screenshot at the top of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jenny McIntosh, right? And it says HBCU Go secures multi-year broadcast partnership agreement, blase, blase, blase. But now Jenny, being the smart white woman that she is, she asked me, please let me know if you need any additional information. So I go back to Jenny. I said, Jenny, I said, my COO, my wife, she says, thank you for reaching out to OffScript. In order for Scotty to run the requested story, please provide the numbers of how much is in the contract specifically. Once we receive the information, we will review and follow up with our next step of the possible show. All the best. So when I tell y'all, listen, I'm 10 toes down. You're not about to get free press out of me and not let me tell people who I talk to on a regular what the deal is. I'm not Fox News, right? This ain't Fox News over here. Right? I'm over here trying to give people the info. Now, she did ask me. Now, y'all listen. These are screenshotted emails. What that say? Please let me know if you need any additional information. And I tell her, I need additional information. I need additional information. I can't make this work. I can't make this work unless you give me more information. That seems simple to me. Now, Jenny, being the white woman that she is, she responds to me and says, I have never, I'm reading it in my white woman voice. I have never been asked for dollar figures when sharing sports news stories, but appreciate the feedback. Probably blessed for me to remove OFFSCRIPT from our distribution list, as we will not be able to provide those details in the future. Now, Jenny, I did some research, Jenny, because, you know, Google's a mighty tool, Jenny McIntosh, right? You've been in some major companies, NBC Sports, WWE, I mean, all type of stuff. You can Google the white woman for yourself. She's on LinkedIn. You can look her up, right? So you telling me, Jenny, that out of all the press releases that you've ever done, you have never added numbers to them deals? Come on now. Come on now, Jenny. Come on now, Jenny. I was born that night, but I wasn't born last night, Jenny. So I then proceed, you know what I'm saying, to hit Jenny with a little bit of OFFSCRIPT flavor. See, my wife responded to the last one. I responded to the next one. Because I had to let Jenny know this ain't what you want. There's some bridges I'm cool with burning. I'm just cool with it. I say, Jenny, now this is me, right? This is all me. Ain't no key in this one. I disagree with that assessment. When there are sports business deals that are completed by a conference and a media company, they are usually numbers associated with that deal. And if Jenny McIntosh wanted to call me a liar, you know me, I keeps receipts, so I hit her with the link. I said, Big Ten Conference signs a multi-year deal, 7-year, $7 billion deal. See link. See link, right? Then I go further. The fact that you work for the media company that is publishing a press release also lets me know that the deal is not as lucrative as it should be. Otherwise, numbers will be present in the title. Why, you may ask, is because when you do something extraordinary, people want their praise behind it. Very simple. OFFSCRIPT is different, and we will continue to be different. Now, I don't play no games. Listen, I feel like Mr. Campbell. You got to watch out for them white people. You got to watch out for white people. Listen, Jenny. I'm not the one, the two, or the three. Okay? That's what it is, because at the end of the day, you lying. You lying. You've worked for major corporations. I can pull up press release after press release after. Oh, you know what? Maybe you guys will say this. Scotty, it's FCS. Nobody cares about FCS. Who brings that up? Oh, I got receipts for that too. Let me just bring this up real quick. What does this say? Take your time, read it slowly. What does it say? It says sports. UND signs expansive television rights deal with Midco Sports. The parties agreed to a 4-year, $2 million deal with a pair of 2-year. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of information for a press release. But I don't know what I'm talking about, though. I don't know. But I don't know what I'm talking about, though. You get what I'm saying? That's why you gotta watch out for white people. That's why you gotta watch out for big business, man. Like I tell y'all, When I tell y'all about how Fox News and all those guys get down to where they say there are journalistic people, right? Journalistic people, and they go get the information. I'm like, I don't know. Because listen, there's times when you do deals, right? There's times when you do deals with people and you build relations with people and it's for your best benefit, right? I do agree with that. It's for your best benefit. But Jenny,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Jenny, you lying. Come on now. Come on, Jenny. Come on now. Come on, Jenny McIntosh. You got the wrong one now. Okay, I just want to be very clear about that. Got the wrong one, my dear. I'm just saying it does. You've never been asked. See, never been asked and never published an article or press release without numbers are two different things. See, the thing is this, right? I kind of feel, and this is what I'm feeling. I kind of feel that, HBCU Go needs some good press. That's why you go to Fox News, right? That's why you go to HBCU Sports or whatever you decide to go. That's why you go there, because they're not going to ask no questions. They just going to publish it and they're going to keep it pushing, right? But for me, I want to know what this deal is about. Why is it 10 years? For how much? Byron Allen loves to talk about how much of a billionaire he is. Oh, I'm worth this. The Weather Channel is worth that. I got this. I got that. I did this deal. I did that deal. But when it comes to HBCUs, you don't want to talk no numbers. You don't want to talk no numbers. That's just crazy to me. Everything you do is about numbers, but you don't want to talk numbers. That's crazy to me. So that's just a little side note that you guys can see what I have to go through dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Just people in business. Like, if you have a standard, understand, listen, and I'm not telling you that it's probably the best decision that I said what I said, but at some point in time, you got to stand up for what you believe in. I have a standard. That's just what I do. You're not going to come to me with a press release just about any old thing because you want me to be a mouthpiece. I'm not Fox News. That's not what you're going to get over here. I'm nobody's mouthpiece. No homo. Right? So it just is what it is. But let's talk about this 10-year deal, shall we? Let's talk about this 10-year deal. Because I just have a hard time believing. I have a hard time accepting this 10-year deal. And the reason is because of this. If you recall, right? If you recall, because, I keep receipts. The same lady that signed the deal, she came out and said this. We've even explored shortening the term to 5 years when they made unexpected shifts from what they originally proposed the conference. Now, my question is to you, why did it go back up to, why would it have gone back to 10 years when you had a problem with 10 years, right? And then the second thing is, what are the numbers? What are the numbers? I swear to God, trying to find numbers on media deals in HBCU world is like damn near trying to, it's funny. It's funny to me what you can and cannot find information about when it comes to HBCUs. You want to know a graduation rate? You want to know how much an alumni gave? You want to know how much somebody's spending this and somebody's spending that? But you want to know what a media deal is? It's like Fort Knox. Everybody hush, hush. Now, Jackie, she gonna do 3 or 4 interviews, right? And if anybody asks her what the terms of the deal are, well, I'm not able to discuss that right now. You were able to sign it, but now you're not able to discuss it. Does that not sound shady to you all? That doesn't sound shady to y'all? At any point, at any time, that doesn't sound like, hey, something is crooked here. something is just not right in this situation. That if I bring you on for an interview, if you go on another platform and they ask you about the deal, that you're not at liberty to give the terms, but you were at liberty to sign for them. Then the person who's supposed to be the black conference savior in media, HBCU Go, they won't even talk about it. You get Curtis Simons or whatever that Bama name is, Curtis Simmons, Kermit Simons, whatever his name is, he won't talk about the deal. It doesn't make any sense to me. You want HBCU Go wants all the praise for doing the bare minimum. For doing the bare minimum, they want all the praise. Oh, we got this game up. Oh, we got that game up. Well, last week when I tried to watch Shaw in another game, I couldn't even get the game on. I couldn't even get the game on my computer, nor on my app. I had to refresh the computer like 20 times to watch 20 seconds. This is ridiculous to me. Pure ridiculousness. So if you read the press release, right? And let me see. I think I got it. Let me see. I want to show this to y'all to make sure you guys, so you know I'm not lying to y'all. Here we go. I'm gonna bring this up real quick because I want to show y'all how people get over on you in the little details. That's how people get over on people in the details, right? So this was in the press release that she sent me in the email. Jenny, the white lady, right? So this is what it says. It says, as part of HBCU Go's partnership with the Ciaa, a portion, not even enough. Listen, please guys, just stay with me. I want y'all to think about it like this. I want you guys, it's 177 of y'all on here. I want you guys to imagine if this was your contract at work. You know the paper that you sign, your W-9s and all that. I want you to think about it as if you were working a job and they told you a portion of your pay will go to invest in your 401k. Would you be okay with that? Or if they said a portion of what we bring in as a company, you get a piece of, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with that? If your bank told you a portion of your money goes to a special investment in the bank, would you be okay with that? That's how you have to read stuff, right? Because as an HBCU alum, you have to take the glasses off of just saying, we glad we got something. That's what you have to do. You have to take the shades off and get out of the notion, well, I'm glad we got something. Because if you care about what you have, then you have a standard of what you expect to be gotten or to be received, right? For whatever. So for you to allow your commissioners to sign off on these deals that don't have no specific language in the press release to let everybody know what is going on with the money for the Ciaa. Because what happens is this. If I don't give you a number, then you can't hold me to anything. Right? Let me break it down even further. You saw what the power of the masses has done in the sense of GameStop and the rise and the fall into the moon, and what one YouTuber caused a inflation of money to go to GameStop for it to go through the roof, and then they beat the stock. They beat the stock market, right? So if the people and the masses of HBCUs don't have a number, there's nothing you can hold HBCU Go accountable for. You can't go to your school and say, hey, did you get the 1/3? The donors, and we know how, listen, I know how much donors pull rank at HBCUs. Beyond belief. The money people at HBCUs, they pull rank, right? So if you have a big donor at Ciaa, what's that, like Fayetteville State, right? So let's say you have a big donor at Winston-Salem State or Fayetteville State or whoever, right? And they're like, hey, man, did we get that? You know, they go to their president. Hey, did we get that 1/3? How much of the 1/3 or how much of this or how much of 2/3 or how much is that? But when you get stuff like a portion of funds will be invested to upgrade the CIAA's 13-member school. What is that? What does that even mean? How much is that? What does that entail? $1 million a school? 100,000 a school? 10,000 a school? And see, the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna keep telling y'all this. The fact that you don't have any numbers in the title lets you know that there is some shady shit to this deal. There is some shady shit to what HBCU Go does. I believe in full transparency. These are public institutions. I believe in full transparency. Why is it that you don't get those numbers? Why is it? Why is it HBCU Go doesn't say we signed a 10-year, $10 million deal? Why doesn't HBCU Go say we did a 10-year, $8 million deal? You know why? Because they don't want the backlash from the public. And you know, also, you got to hold this lady accountable as well. Because you're just as scared for the backlash. You will be just as exposed at the backlash because you signed off on the deal. You signed off on a 10-year deal. If it was a 4-year, $10 million deal, you don't think that Jackie would be putting that Jackie in all the titles? The largest Division II media rights deal ever. You don't think that would be in the title? Come on, man. You guys really, yeah. I just, like, y'all really got to just take on, like, for alums to be so braggadocious about the institution and what they've done for them. You guys don't hold anybody accountable. Anybody accountable. You get what I'm saying? I like, think about that. I want you to think about it individually. Bamas who donate $100,000 to the institution walk out in front of the football field with a big ass check just to show, hey, my name is Abrion Scott and I gave $100,000 to my institution. Let me get a picture. Right? But you do a major deal with a major media company and nobody know nothing. And nobody know nothing. Ain't nobody know nothing. Don't nobody know nothing. So my questions would be this, and I'm not going to be here long. I'm not going to be here long at all. My questions would be this. What about, this is the question that I would bring to Jackie, if she was so ever to happen to step on this platform. What from the previous deal that you did not approve, that you told your presidents that you did not approve that they should sign it? I would ask her, what changed? What changed? What from one deal to the next? Because listen, I just need you guys to really listen to what I'm saying. Because if you're a great negotiator, you're going to tell people how well of a negotiator you are. Right? I just think about that. Yeah, Scotty, you know, in the beginning, he wanted us 10 years, $2 million. And I just didn't feel like that was right. So, you know, we went back and forth with it. And I got him up to 10 years, $6 million. You get what I'm saying? He tried that. He wanted you know, he in the initial deal that he presented to us, there was nothing about the upgrade to our facilities for all our schools and all that. So I made sure that I made sure that was added in there, that every year there's a percentage of the payment that goes to each institution to make sure you see what I'm saying? People love to talk about what they have accomplished. People love to talk about, hey, I took it from here to here, right? In your own resumes, you might gloss up, I had an 80% retention rate. I took our performance from 40% to 80%. Everybody does it. So when I sit back and I think and I read between the details, I'm just like, what has changed? What made you say no the first time? What made you say no the first time and now it's a yes? What made you say to all the presidents, it's my recommendation? This is what you said. I didn't say this. You said this, Jackie. McWilliams informed the CIA board that it would not be in the league's best interest to proceed despite the revenue. That's what you said, Jackie. So now that you've said yes, why would you not have to explain why it went from a no to a yes? And what had transpired in between? Because it's different. It's different to me if she would have said in the news article that we just couldn't come to terms. I didn't like the terms that we came to. But you said, Jackie, I need to be I want people to and harness in on these words, right? Despite the revenue. That's what you said, Jackie. Despite the revenue, I disagree with the deal. So there were other stipulations that were in this contract that you did not agree with outside of the revenue. So why would it be against code or against a real journalist or a real news outlet to ask you what made you change your mind? What part of the deal made you comfortable to sign a 10-year deal despite the revenue? The next question would be, right? The next question would be is, what rights did you keep? What rights don't you have? What rights did you give away? Right? All those should be in order of what it is. And listen, I see Mr. William down there and everything like that. Listen, man, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying it. The thing that kills me with people is like, well, we're Division II. At least we, you guys have to be the most disparaging people I've ever, like, you always disparage yourselves, right? You always put yourselves down. Well, at least we got a deal. I mean, how many other people got deals? Does that even matter? I mean, really? Does it really matter? I'm just trying to ask people I'm just asking. Does it matter? If you're the only conference to get a deal, does it matter? All I'm saying is, did you get the best deal of what was on the table? Did you get the best terms from what you could negotiate? Or did you just sign something to get a headline to say, I did something? That's another part of this that you always got to be mindful of black people just saying, hey, I got a resume bullet. Look what I did. Right? So now Jackie can go to her next job and say, oh, I signed a multi-level $1 million deal as a resume bullet. not knowing it effed you up for 10 years because you're stuck in a deal. It just flabbergasts me. It just flabbergastes me. It really does. All I do is I just shake my head because you guys get on here and you call and you bitch and you moan and you talk about this, and Scotty, you don't understand this, and Scotty, you don't understand that. Scotty is bigger than this, it's bigger than that, it's that, it's this, it's pageantry, it's the band, it's the. You give me every reason for why people should respect HBCU, and then when I tell you go get your value, then you look at me like I'm crazy. Then you look at me like I'm crazy. Oh, Scotty, you know, ain't nobody trying to watch us. Oh, Scotty, we just got to get what we can. Scotty, we good with just. It doesn't make sense to me. When I sit back and I think about all the times people, you know, call my phone and they talk about, Scotty, you understand, man, we got our own fan base, we got this, we got following, we got this and we got that, and ain't nobody doing the band like us, and ain't nobody doing the pageantry like us, and ain't nobody doing this like us, and ain't nobody doing like, and I'd be like, ain't nobody not negotiating like y'all either. Ain't doing that. I don't know. It just throws me off. I'm going to open the call lines up for a few minutes. If not, then I'm going to get up out of here.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
I'll say this. I'm going to say this, and then if somebody calls in, that's cool. That's fine. Yeah, the only reason you're better than the Pac-12 is because you're still alive. I'm still alive, right? So at the end of the day, I don't have a problem, and I don't want to sound like a hater of HBCU Go or HBCU League Pass Plus or Black College Sports Network thing that they got going on, or whoever else wants to be in the media space and game. All I would say and all I would ask is that when you partner with something that is using you, make sure you're getting as much as you can from them. That's my only thing, is that you have to understand these small business companies, like, they're not ESPN that can just shell out a whole bunch of money. And I understand that. But in aspects, in terms, is like, we should build each other. So there should be more leverage there's more leverage to be had in these type of deals, in my personal opinion, because HBCU Go is not that big a deal to where you have to bend to HBCU Go. Why would you have to bend to HBCU Go? Nobody even knew what the hell that was 3 years ago. Why would you have to bend to HBCU Go? Why would you get punked by Byron Allen in a small startup of HBCU Go? That just doesn't make any sense to me. With HBCU League Pass Plus, they sponsor all my videos. Why would you feel like you need to get punked by them? Why would you feel the need to get punked by any black media company? Where you should look at it as like, hey, this is a partnership. When you're dealing with major corporations, yeah, there's going to be a line that they just will not cross. Hey, this is our final dollar amount. We ain't doing that. You're not worth it. Boom. Okay, it's hard to negotiate with that because you're not their bottom line. But when you are most of these black media companies end all be all, you have a lot more leeway. 5849 coming to you.
What's up, Scotty? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
What's up, man? Hey, so my question is, do you feel like, do you think some of this, well, in the HBCU world, do you think they scared of rejection, and just like on some, so they take the deal on some take it or leave it type shit, and don't, like, try to find the best way for themselves, so they just, okay, this is what you're gonna give me, so I'll just take it.
I do believe it's a lot of like, you've been the ugly girl for so long, and then a nice young man comes looking at you, and you're like, and you just give them the draws, right? Because you're just like, people haven't saw beauty in me. You're like, oh my God, I'm pretty. And you're like, yeah, I think you're cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you dog her out any type of way because she's just so happy to be in a relationship, right? No different than what, in Love Don't Cost a Thing, right? When the popular girl finds Nick Cannon, HBCUs are Nick Cannon, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody was studying you until I needed you. You see what I'm saying? So that to me is what it goes down to, is like, how do you value yourself? If you look at yourself like Nick Cannon on Love Don't Cost a Thing, you're just going to be happy with whatever you get.
So what do you feel like the steps to take to get out of that mindset and be more confident with their deal or making deals?
I think you have to be realistic with the deal, but just keep it more. First of all, signing anything over 4 years is asinine. It just doesn't make any sense. That to me is it's a dumb deal. Anything over 4 years, it should really be a 3-year with an opt-in or opt-out. That's how your deal should be based, right? Because technology moves so fast, and you don't want to be. What if, like, let me just give you this, right? Let's say in 3 years, another black media company comes up and they got more capital, more money. You can't even go to them because you're stuck in a 10-year deal. You limit yourself. That's the issue. You just limit yourself, right? So that's number one. Number two is I would start trying to build my own infrastructure. I love what the CIAA does with their games and having their own kind of network that you can access and buy into and all that type of stuff. I think that stuff is dope. I would try to reach out to a company like HBCU League Pass Plus and see, hey, how can we get advertising mixed into what we already have, right? So instead of you partnering with a media company to run your media, you just say, hey, can you find me ads? Can you find me ads that I can put in place on my CIAA network? You get what I'm saying? So we can make more money for the conference. It's just being creative. That's all it is.
I agree. Last point, I just want to say this. It's like they scared to take. It seems like either the conference as a whole or the school individual, like they scared to stand alone and take a chance on themselves or researching the deal. So like they take it as it is and they just deal with it. But thank you for taking my call, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, no, man, I appreciate the question. 2790, I see you. Let me say something real quick before I get to you. Listen, I do understand that Division II is Division II football. Okay, I'm not acting like everybody's staying up late to watch Division II football. I understand that. So I do understand that there is a limit. There is a limit to what they are going to get because of what they are able to bring in eyes-wise. I completely understand that. But in terms of just the basis of the deals, the basic nuts and bolts of the deal, to sign a 10-year deal is just dumb. There's no way around it. There's no way you can make that make sense to me, to sign a 10-year deal, right? So that to me, at the core of it, is the fact that you don't respect what you have. And you're just so content to just say, hey, right? Like how FAMU people were mad at me that I said, hey, why don't you just go the year and collect the money, right? And then on the flip side, you got commissioners signing 10-year deals. To each one, they'll be like, that's the safe bet. And a lot of people say, Scotty, you just want the safe bet, right? And the CIAA just wants the safe bet, signing a 10-year deal. So I want to safe bet for 1 year. They want to safe bet for 10 years. Which one's the worst? 2790 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scott?
What's up, man? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Vince, man, calling out of Mississippi.
Talk to me.
Hey, listen, okay, I don't know the full details of the contract, but it sounds like they want to build up the infrastructure. They want to take the proceeds that they get from the viewers and build up the infrastructure at these CIAAs, right?
I would hope so.
And once they get that media, the different, broadcasting signals or whatever, once they get that established, then I don't know if the contract, they won't have no time to come back and negotiate, because once they just taking revenue from the viewers and building up these, I guess you want cameras on the field, broadcasting stations where they can edit the footage and all that. But, we can't really say unless we got the full terms of the contract. So we don't know if there's wiggle room for the schools to come back later on and renegotiate the contract.
No, listen, I agree with you. We do not know the full year, right? But the fact of the matter is that you signed the 10-year deal is just dumb. I'm sorry. I don't care about renegotiating. You can renegotiate with a 4-year, 3-year opt-out. I mean, with a 4-year deal with a 1-year opt-out, right? So it's like, that's a renegotiation period right there. You can either opt in for another year and then renegotiate later, or you can opt out and renegotiate. So you can manipulate a contract. However, it just depends on what you want to do with it. Go ahead.
But these other schools should take heed from this and say, hey, we're going to have to do this eventually. You know what I'm saying? I look at some of the, I've been to some of these big time college games, and the students, when they come out on the field, they see that little line going across. That's when they know they're going to be televised national. So I see some of these other schools that say, hey, okay, let's look at this deal and come back later and and let's get a solid deal, because they're gonna have to build up the infrastructure of some of these schools to be able to televise these games. You know what I'm saying? And this can help their broadcasting and media departments on these campuses. And one more thing, do you think that lady Jenny thought you was asking her for money?
No, I don't think she think I was asking her for the details of the contract. She knew exactly what I was asking for, acting like she don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because every contract it's gonna be like, hey, this is a X amount of dollars involved. But I was kind of looking at their response, and it kind of looked like, damn, why would she? What they call it on Facebook? What they do? Defriend you?
Yeah, something like
Unfriend you?
Yeah, she can do whatever. Unfollow me is what she can do, man. But appreciate the call. Let me say this, right? There is a way, and I see what you're saying, Jersey Sice, of 10 to 12 years, but you got to understand how much money is involved in those deals, right? Some of them have an immense amount of millions, some of them don't, right? It still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't make it right. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because you're doing it doesn't make it right. Like, that's because they were so hungry for money that they were okay locking in a 12-year deal. But now you look dumb and foolish because you're like, damn, like, we're still in a 12-year deal and everybody else doesn't read up. You know what I'm saying? And we're still stuck. Like, the ACC, I think the ACC had like a 15 or 20-year deal. Like, that is just idiotic. It's not smart. So it just is what it is, right? So my thing is this. If you want immediate impact, listen to me. I just need y'all to listen to me. If you're looking for immediate impact, the CIAA should have said, hey, we want HBCU Go and Byron Allen to upgrade all our equipment in the first year of this deal. I want all 13 member schools to have an upgraded camera system, musical system, PA system. I want all my 13 schools to have an upgraded system in the first year. Oh, my bad. Right? That's what I would want. That's what I would want. What's up, babe? So let me see. If it was HBCU Plus, would you agree? Hell no! No! And I'll keep it a bug with y'all, right? I'm gonna keep it open, honest, and transparent. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with y'all. When HBCU Plus, when they first came to me to simulcast, they brought me a 5-year contract. Right? They was like, hey, here's a 5-year contract. I was like, I got with my people. I got with Mr. Campbell. I got with Mr. D. I got with my guys. We talked about it. Mr. Campbell and Mr. D was like, no, sir, we're not doing that. 3 years with an opt. So what am I in? 3 years in an opt. Right? I This was my first negotiated media contract. I didn't know what I was doing. Mr. Campbell has done NFL. He's been an NFL agent. Mr. D is a multimillionaire. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to go outside of you to do a deal, right? And there were other things in that contract that Mr. D and Mr. Dannon were like, hey, nope, take this out. We want this. We want that. Take this out. We want this. That's what you do. That is a negotiation, right? So, no, I wouldn't approve of the deal for 10 if they would. No, I would say no. I would say no, right? But that is right. Lionel Mosley, HBCU Plus has a shared revenue system with the schools. So it's not the same. They don't operate the same. Right? They have a percentage sharing agreement. So if they bring in $100,000 and you negotiate a 60-40 with them, that they keep 60, you get 40, or if you negotiate a 60-40 where you get 60, they get 40. Like, that's how that works. That's how that works. Right? So they're not the same. They don't just come in like Debo and tell you to lay down. You know what I'm saying? Take this or else. That's not how they operate. That's not how they work. It is a partnership, right? It is a partnership. So that's why it works for certain schools. But when HBCU comes in and just tries to own everything you have and make you a slave to what they do, this is what you get. This is what you get. You get 10-year deals. So, listen, it just is what it is. But listen, y'all keep letting these commissioners off easy. Y'all keep letting y'all presidents off easy. Y'all keep getting the same mishmash stuff. And then we'll be here another 10 years later talking about what we don't got, what we should have had, what we could have been, all that dumb stuff. Because 10 years ago, I hear about, oh, Scotty, we had bad commissioners and we had bad this and we had bad this. Now, if you know better, you do better. And it's too much information, i.e. me, because Fox News ain't telling you shit. All those other outlets are just mouthpieces for conferences and presidents. Right? Right? So if you know better, you do better. And the fact of the matter is, you can't keep making the same excuse 10 years later. We all have a black mama in here. If you're white, you got a white mama. But if you mix, you got mixed parents. But whatever, most of us is black, so we got black mamas. Your black mama is not going to accept you doing the same thing you did as a 5-year-old, as a 9-year-old. Your black mama ain't going to accept you doing what you did at 16 now that you're 22. So I ask you and all the HBCU alums, what do you need to stop doing now that you're older, now that you're smarter, now that you're wiser? Don't keep doing the same dumb stuff you did 10 years ago. Don't keep doing the same dumb stuff you did 20 years ago. Because that got you here. You got to do something new and do something better and elevate as you get more information. That is my pitch to y'all, man. Listen, until next time. Hey, remember, tonight, 8 o'clock, you already know what it is. Me, your boy Mike Reed, in the building, 8 o'clock, The Breakdown. All right? As always, talking about HBCU sports in Paho State. All right. So make sure you guys tune into that tonight at 8 o'clock. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.